Most independent restaurants closed during their first year of operation. 70% of those that make it past the first year close their doors in the next 3 to 5 years. 90% of the restaurants that are still operating past the first 5-year mark will stay in business for a minimum of 10 years. Most independent chains fail during their first year because they are undercapitalized. And finally, larger restaurants, especially chains owned by corporations, tend to be open longer and have a higher success rate than smaller restaurants. Now, here are some chains that are still operating, maybe at a much smaller level than you originally realized, such as Big Boy. They're still here. I'm not sure how much longer. Remember Roy Rogers? Roy Rogers may have a store or two in some location. Let's see this next restaurant here. We've got a few of these large chains that are still struggling to stay in operation. Quiznos, remember Quiznos? Yep, there's still a restaurant or two around, Quiznos. Let's look at the next restaurant. Baja Fresh Mexican Grill, remember them? Baja Fresh, maybe still one or two. Looks like these restaurants are kind of struggling to stay on top. Tony Roma's, remember Tony Roma's? You know, another one, I mean, that you may have forgotten about, that just don't seem to be really a lot of restaurants around in your hometown, right? Let's look at the next one. All right, Rainforest Cafe. Can't say that I remember them. Maybe that was in your hometown, wherever you are. I don't remember Rainforest, but they are 7th on the list. Let's see here, Kenny Rogers. I remember that name, Kenny Rogers Roasters. Not sure if they're still in operation. That was another chain. So you can see, you know, if these chains are struggling to stay on top, struggling not to go under. It looks like Blimpie is number 9 there. Don't know if we have a photo there, but it looks like Blimpie is number 9. I do remember Blimpies. Yeah. Let's see what other chain. Chi-Chi's. When I was in college, that was one of my first gigs. One of my first restaurants that I worked at, Chi-Chi's. I remember Chi-Chi's. I don't know if they're still around anymore, but that was a big chain. Remember them? Let's see here. Let's see who's next. So these are highlighting these big chains that are sort of still around. Not a lot of places. Not a lot of locations, I guess, but that are still struggling to stay. To have 1 or 2 stores still open. Yeah, it looks like they've closed their doors, looks like, right? The one I worked at was in North Carolina. Oh, Bennigan's. Yeah, that's it. I bartended actually at a Bennigan's in a suburb of Atlanta, Georgia. So yeah, Bennigan's number 11 on the list. That was a big chain, right? So it's not only independent restaurants, but big chains. Arthur Teacher's Fish and Chip. Don't recall that particular restaurant. Maybe it was not in the state that I was in or that I've lived in, but that's another one that is on the list of restaurants that may be the next to go under on our little list here. Let's see. Ground Round. Not quite sure if I've heard of them. Maybe you have if you're watching this video. It looks like another chain restaurant, large restaurant that might be going under. Dog and Suggs. Don't know them. Maybe you do. Another restaurant that might be biting the dust. So as you can see, just, you know, in this little list, I remember Planet Hollywood. Wow, I forgot all about them. I know Planet Fitness, but Planet Hollywood, yeah, that was a big, oh yeah, I remember that restaurant. I'm not sure what state I lived in, but I'm pretty sure I've been there. It's number 15 on the list. Maybe the next to go under if they've not already. Country Buffet, I remember that name as well. Country Buffet. Let's see who's next. Chock full of nuts. Don't know them, but they're number 17 on the list of restaurants that may be the next to go under. Wow. And these are like chain restaurants that we're talking about. So we're not talking about your mom and pop restaurants that go under within the first year. You know, I showed the statistics earlier. What is it, 60% or 90% of them independent restaurants go under in the first year? Chicken Delight, can't recall that place, but they're on the list as well. And let's just take a look at it one more. Gino's Hamburgers, wow. Remember Gino's Hamburgers? Wow. All right, so yeah. So let's talk, my friends. Oh, wow. So yeah, the Brown Derby. I don't recall the Brown Derby, but maybe you do. So if you're like, is it that restaurant there? If you're the Brown Derby, if you're any of those restaurants that I showed before, chances are you're a big chain. And you, just like Blockbuster, just like Payless Shoes, just like Sears, just like Kmart, you know, struggling to change with the tide. You're struggling because you're not adopting the trend. If you're an independent restaurant, you're struggling even more. I mean, you got things like cost, price that you're struggling with. You don't have enough capital. You're undercapitalized in your opening. And how can you get more money? How do you get more money? You get more money by getting more customers. You get more money by getting more people in your door. So if you're watching this video, I don't know where I've put it out on the internet, but I'm one of those digital marketing consultants that I help local businesses get more people coming through their door. Basically, I help you find more new customers so that you have a chance, so that you're not failing, you don't close your doors in the first year. If you're an independent restaurant owner or independent business owner and you are struggling to stay afloat, I'll put a link somewhere around this video. I'll show you what I do, what we have going on, some programs that you can use to utilize to help your business grow and not fail. So yeah, don't be like these chains. If you're a chain, if you're an independent contractor, there's a smart way to do this. Things have changed. We've got the internet now. You're going to have to be getting people online and not in the yellow pages, not on the billboards, on the interstates. People are hanging out on social media. They're hanging out in places online that you maybe have no idea. So let me help you. Go out there and get those people and get them. Find your targeted audience. Find the people that you want coming through your restaurant or coming through your dental office or coming through your car dealership. Let me go out there and do that work and get people coming through your door so that you can keep your business open. All right. Hope you enjoyed the video. Click the link below this video and let's get in touch. Let's connect. All right. We'll talk to you soon.